What's up, guys? So we're going to try this again. Last episode, if you did listen to it or gave it a chance at all, I didn't have... My shit wasn't set up.
Should sound much better.
Crispy with a K. What we were talking about outside is that you had a long day.
Yes.
Get into that. Where you working? You're working at a jail right now.
Yeah, this week I've been at this correctional center. It's an hour and 15 minutes away from home.
Yep.
It's an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes away from here. And it's just everything. I don't know if anyone's ever done any, or you've ever been to jails and done much. I mean, it's
Never been in one.
It's good.
I've been in one. I take that back. I've been in one. Not for long.
Like when you go to work in one, like you have to have an escort wherever you go and blah blah blah. But then like all your tools and everything you take in, you have to write down a catalog, and when you whatever is on that list, you have to have you make a list of everything you take in, and when you leave, you have to have everything that's on that list when you leave, or you don't leave, and they shut the place down until you find what's missing. So I mean, it's that, and it's always a process. Whether like you're trying, if you forget something, it takes like an hour, not an hour, but it takes forever to get back outside.
I'm sure it's an ordeal,
and like you got to go through security, like take off your boots, take off your belt. They pat you down every time.
Squat
you
and
come in
cough.
like, not that, but no, it's just a hassle.
So are y'all working like around inmates, or y'all are sectioned off in y'all's own shit?
We are fenced off because we're changing out split systems that are in some of the the little bunkhouses.
So you all on the roof?
No, we're in like a mechanical room outside to the side of the building, and it's just a big ass split system. But of course they're like screaming at us from the outside the fence. You know, they want AC on. Hey, turn the fucking AC on. So you just have to
hey, fuck you, dude.
Assholes. It's like, man, you're lucky you have AC.
Yeah,
you fucking asshole. But yeah, no, it's just everything takes forever. Like, you know, if you try to leave, go out for lunch, like you have to avoid count, because I think they do count around 12:30 or 12:45.
What's count? Oh, like prisoner head count.
Head count.
Oh,
and you can't come in or go out while they're doing that.
Yeah.
And then like, and if it's just, and if they're bringing prisoners in or taking prisoners
so
out.
Can you take your lunch in?
No, you can't take water in. Like today, like they
y'all got a water fountain?
No. Like you
so
can
what the fuck you doing?
You can go across. You can get escorted across the.
They got a water jug there for you?
No.
Jesus.
Now, sometimes they'll bring us water. It's like earlier this week when it was like 72 degrees outside, they brought us like handfuls of water. It was like 87 degrees today, and they're like, "No, we can't get water." It's like,
yeah, because the motherfuckers don't want to come out at all.
Fuck. But so yeah, today was rougher. I mean, it wasn't. You know, it was like 4.5 hours without water in 87 degrees.
Jesus.
Working outside.
Yo.
As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but my head's a little.
Looking a little red.
Crispy. I'm trying to get rid of the D that's on the back of my head.
Oh yeah, I don't see it right now.
Oh, I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah, I see the lines though.
Yeah, you can also see my sunglass tan line too, dude.
You need a not a sombrero, but like something like that, a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I've got a cowboy hat. Well, not a cowboy hat, but I've got a hat that I wear on like rooftops only. But
speaking of that, I think this is the summer that I'm probably gonna have to do that.
Cowboy hat?
A hat of some sort to the beach. There's no I'm at a point now where there's no hatting it anymore. Like a hat must be worn.
Oh yeah.
With my hair.
I mean,
or lack thereof.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
No, I've got
I rode the other day, and I pulled my hat off for maybe 10 minutes, like my helmet off, and I was sitting there after I finished riding, and I felt the top of my scalp like cooking a little bit. Like, Jesus, man! And I'm not even like on the beach.
I know, man. Like I try to keep a hat on. At least I'll take a hat off for a little while, but then I've got to keep the cancer off the top of my head.
I might do a do-rag. Might bring that back.
All right, be rad. Be rad from
Jeez.
Mechanicsville.
So what else outside of that? That's where you've been the whole past week for work?
Yeah, the past week, and it's like I'm forcing myself to carry my ass to the gym in the morning. So I wake up at 4, get to the gym a little bit before 5, and then I have to drive an hour and a half out of Richmond, and it's just we can't check in until 8 because that's when maintenance gets there, and that's where they are our escorts.
Yeah,
and then you work till 4. This week we've worked almost every day till 4:30, and then I got to drive an hour and a half home. So it's like by the time I get home.
fucking tapped.
I'm tired. I've been sweating my ass off all day, which it's a typical day of work, but it's just I'm not used to the longer days like this.
Yeah.
And
well, fortunately, I'm not trying to I don't know how the fuck that is. I don't have my current job is very fluid, but the way you can, I try and work. I have clients that have weird jobs like that, similar, but not similar, not in jails at least. But fucking, it's temporary, right?
Oh yeah.
If you could be like, oh fuck, fuck it all. Why is this? Why are they sending us down here? Blah blah. But it's like, oh fuck, it's only.
I question that.
Oh, I'm sure
I
you
want
still.
them to stop selling work in
I
this
guess
prison.
you can. You have a right to for sure. I would. I'm sure I would too. I'd be like, fuck this.
Well, we get
but
to
it's
go
like,
back.
fuck it. It's temporary though.
We're going back not next week, but the week after to do it all again on a different system in the same building.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's only a week. Could be worse.
Yeah.
I was working nights at James River High School, so this beats that.
Yeah, because James River High School. I never heard of that.
It's out there right off not right off, but it's off of 288 and some road. I don't know. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was fucked up because it was you go in at 4 p.m. and get off at 2 a.m. So it was just a weird.
Yeah, I remember you told me about
time.
that.
But so my schedule's been hectic the last few weeks, but
got to make that money.
Yeah, somebody got to make money.
Got to make that money.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so this week I'll be happy it's over. I think we're having the quarter cookout.
Yeah.
Quarterly cookout at tomorrow afternoon. So
it's gonna be a lot of liquid diet there, or what?
I don't know if they're gonna allow us to drink beer. I normally don't go.
Gotcha.
I try to avoid that shit.
Yeah.
I try to fly under the radar. The less people that know me, the better.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of shit on the line. We're playing. I think there's a big cornhole tournament.
Y'all don't have Friday beers at work? Well, not on the podcast, I guess.
It depends on where we're at.
Yeah.
And what job I'm on. But sometimes a roadie.
Got to rehydrate.
Sometimes I
What's
have
that
to have
guy?
a nice cold drink on
You
the way
seen
home.
that guy? Fuck. Cracker guy. Could put that on a cracker, dude.
I've never seen that guy, but I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah. He's always talking about hydrate. Got to stay. And he's drinking natural.
That's money, dude.
That's money, dude. Yeah, but he's drinking natural light.
Doesn't he cook or something?
Yeah, he cooks a fuck ton. Like southern shit. Louisiana, obviously with his accent.
Cajun dude.
Cajun shit. Cajun as fuck. He's got that he's got some product. Obviously, when you get a following like that, you got to monetize it. So you got to sell, make your own product, whatever. And he made this shit called Two-Step.
Oh, that's right. Somebody said it was better than Old Bay.
Old Bay, yeah. He said you got to hit it with that Two-Step. He dumps a fucking shit ton of it on everything.
That's money, dude.
Yeah, you got to hit it with that Two-Step.
No, I've heard a bunch about him, but never seen
Yeah, he's fucking wild. It's awesome. I love it. Well, you've been training, so how's this past week been? You went today, right? No, you went yesterday.
Yeah, no, I went today. Dude, I trained legs second week in a row. I'm on a roll right now, Jack.
Yep.
But then forgot all about it because I rode an hour and a half to the job and then went to get out and about collapsed. I wasn't ready for that. My legs were still jello.
I couldn't imagine. So, not that obviously our lives are different, schedules are different, but I just realized that, if you haven't trained your legs in a while, they're going to be blown out like World War III.
Oh, yeah.
And especially lately for me, I've bumped my training back just to be able to keep up with everything, the riding, everything else that I've been doing. And it's like, man, I couldn't imagine not training legs and then going to train them for the first time in a month. It's just going to be blown out.
It's I mean, I miss it, but now it's like everything's super heavy compared to what it used to be. Like normally, you get this. I guess we all have a routine a lot. When it comes to squatting, a lot of people have a set routine, they warm up and how they go about it. But I don't even make it through what I used to do just to warm up. I top out right now. I'm not trying to kill myself either because I don't know. I'm not trying to.
Well, you don't
get back up to 4 plates and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could. That's something. So, I guess a way to look at it.
Not yet.
Because I have, I work with people, and you just hear people, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that, and I want to, and I guess, you are playing it safer. There's always a risk when you go up and start squatting some heavy shit like that when you got a job and that's where your living comes from, is being able to show up to work. But I think you've been there before, so you could potentially, over time, and you get it, in due time, work your way back up.
I want to be able to feel the bar bend on my
just like the first time.
Like, it's just...
it's going to take
first couple weeks. I'm not.
It's going to take some time.
Up to some bar bending weights, so it's all right. Like, but no, the fact that I get up under, I think this morning I was too lazy to find 2 45s for each side. I just had 2 45 and 2 25s on each side. It's like 235. It was in the what do you call it? The
cage.
The cage at Gold's, and that place can sometimes
hit or miss.
Weights can be hard to find there. So. But there's a ton of 25, so I just started stacking those on, and I think I did 235, and that was heavy for a set of 10.
That's good though. That's good. I mean,
you're back at square one. It used to, but it's we're making moves in the right direction.
Yeah, I've I squatted a couple days ago, 3 days ago, and went up to 275. Something on my left, and the reason I've pulled back on my training recently is I just sort of admitted to myself, because for a long time I've just been like, all right, I just need to train every day, need to train hard, need to keep my strength up with all this riding. I want to, I guess egotistically, I'll go ahead and admit it, I want to stay as strong as possible, but also still ride.
Yeah.
Because deep down, I know people expect, I don't know, maybe I had this not chip on my shoulder, but I have a feeling like people are like, oh man, he's doing all this riding, he's gonna probably lose some strength. Yeah, he's gonna lose his strength. He's gonna be a bag of shit, look like a bag of shit. Which I hate to say it. I don't even hate to say it. It's just fact. Most cyclists out there looking like bags of shit. I mean, why don't you just train? Why don't you weight train a little bit? Like, you ain't gotta be a bodybuilder, but just throw some weights on your body a little bit here or there. Touch them up. Give them a little love.
I mean, are we talking like professionals?
No, I'm talking like
the guys you pass on the street.
The guys, well, not in the street. I'm on the trail, so if you're out there, you're somewhat not serious, but like you're at least you're going to a destination to ride. You're not like, oh, let me ride around the neighborhood.
Yeah,
so it's like somewhat serious, but somewhat not. And if they're geared up, when I'm saying geared, not like steroids, geared up like they got like the shirt, they got the spandex get up, they got the cool fucking pit vipers going on. I need to get a set. I'm jealous about that.
Fuck yeah.
But and either there's like toothpick thin, which I get it for cycling. The lighter, the better. But wouldn't you want to fucking look fucking cool as shit going down the bike trail too?
I don't think. I mean, if they're still skinny, a twig, they probably don't care about being big and bulky.
Probably not. Which I'm sure
your bodybuilder is turning into a cyclist, but like still want to be a bodybuilder. So
yeah, I don't even want to be a cyclist. I just want to knock this shit out so I can get back to lifting for real. I enjoy it though. I do enjoy it. But getting back to the whole thing of me bumping my weight training back, I've just realized that my body can't handle it anymore. Like, not anymore, but
it's a lot.
You got it. There's give and take. You got to find, not balance. Balance isn't the word, but like you got to find what works and what's going to be my goal. Like, all right, hear me out. For anybody else that's going through something, you're getting pulled in two different directions, like I am currently with. Like, all right, I want to be bodybuilding, weight training, strength training, but I also want to cycle and knock this 100-mile ride out. So for me to do that, I need to ride at least a couple times a week for long periods of times to get my body used to that shit. Because it's not even like that I don't have the strength to fucking ride 100 miles. I could go do it now. I guarantee I could. But would I do it in a respectable time? Probably not. I mean, unless I trained for it.
Yeah.
You got to build your body up, your VO2, your just endurance, your mental mainly, because you're going to be on a bike seat for 7 hours at least, 6.5, 7 hours, hopefully.
Is that how long it takes to ride 100 miles? I guess
right now I'm averaging, so like I rode 30 in under 2 hours. So whatever that math would be to get 100.
I don't know. But, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
And I rode 50 in 3 hours. So it'd take probably, let's say another 50 added to that, I'd probably stop at least 2 or 3 times. Take a piss, stretch my legs, whatever. So like you add 30, 40 minutes to that, because I might grab something to eat too, because it's fucking a whole day on a bike.
Yeah, no shit.
which I did practice a little bit. I know I'm going all over the place, everybody, but I practiced this last ride on my 30-miler because, first off, I went to Vitamin Shop to go buy some carb powder because it's you want to be efficient on the bike. You want to be able to drink your fucking carbs or sugar, whatever, and not have to pull over. But fucking Vitamin Shop ain't got dick over there, so I was like, all right, bananas it is. Plus, bananas are cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like 50 cents a pound. So I would look like a gorilla grabbing 2 things of bananas and stuff them in my backpack to ride on the trail. And every, 10 miles-ish, I'd whip a banana out and I just try and stay pedaling, practicing. I ain't got to go fast while I'm eating. Just stay moving.
Yeah. So,
one hand on the thing, and I'm just chewing, cruising, listening to some tunes, and then once I toss the peel, it's fucking gas back on the pedal.
What are you listening to while you ride? Do you have a set playlist? What do you?
I have moods. So out the gate, cruising music. I'm good mood. Either let me.
Some
lately,
Boston, long time.
No, I would. Now that you mentioned Boston, I might throw that in the mix now because I'm burning out.
Boston lately. I don't know.
I like Boston. Boston's good, very good, respectable. But I've been doing a lot of Allman Brothers radio, so it's like a mix of that style of music, or any Allman Brothers album. I'll just let it play. Big Steel Drivers fan.
Really?
Big Steel Drivers fan, which is Chris Stapleton, that bluegrass band. And hear me out. I know. I don't like his views either, but there's a thing.
He's amazing, though.
There's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting at. Almost like, not Kobe Bryant. Fucking, who's the other guy? LeBron. Fucking sounds like, I don't keep up with basketball, but everybody talks like he's a bitch. But he's very good, but he acts like a bitch or a whiny bitch.
He is
but he's undeniably good.
Oh, dude's definitely one of the best.
Chris Stapleton, undeniably good.
Dude, he's good.
Which, it's like, hey, if you're that fucking good, I can overlook some things. Almost like The Rock. I love the fucking Rock, but he supports Biden. Fuck Biden. Fuck Biden. But I love The Rock so much. He's undeniably fucking cool.
The Rock is
undeniably fucking cool that I'm like, all right, I'll give you a pass, dude. I'll give you a fucking pass. Fuck everybody else, but you're cool. Right? The same thing with Chris Stapleton. Every time I hear him on, especially Steel Driver shit, I mean, his solo shit's cool too, but man, he's fucking great.
I can say I've never listened to anything Steel Drivers. I didn't know he had I think you played some of his shit
a little
in
bit.
the garage. But other than that, I've never. I know Tennessee Whiskey.
Oh yeah, that's his solo shit, which is great. Most of his solo shit's very good. Obviously, that's what really blew up for him. Steel Driver shit, I think is before he was blown up, low key, because I don't think he does that shit anymore. But, fucking, that's what I'll start off with, some bluegrass, either southern rock, oldie rock type shit, just good mood cruising. And then halfway, I might turn it up a little bit. I might throw on Black Label Society. I have a radio station for them. Really like that because it has a good mix of Zakk Wylde, some other shit like that. And then usually on my ride back, if I'm hurting, I throw on Pantera, usually, or Lamb of God, or I'll throw it on, what's the other one?
I see you've been listening to a lot of 36 Crazy Fists.
36 Crazy Fists. I've been doing that with working out though. Terror. I'll throw on Terror. I'm really big on the Terror band. I can work out to them too, but something about just the rhythms that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyrics. I like the lyrics too. I really like them for the lyrics, but the rhythm, something about the rhythm and the pedaling at the same time. I feel like it'd be perfect spin class shit. If I could run a spin class, it'd be a lot of metal and fucking breakdowns. We'd be up fucking humping. I might, for real, I might hit up Golds and tell him, let me run one. Let me at least give it a try. But so that's what I usually listen to. Long, drawn out breakdown of that. But yeah. But no, that's what I usually roll with. And anyways, getting back to the fueling of it though, no, you're good, man. I just hit some bananas, learning how to ride and eat a little bit, getting comfortable with that because I've wrecked the fucking bike before, doing shit that I probably shouldn't. But I realized once I go for this 100, which I do have a date, and I don't want to harp on this any much more because I'm sure people are like, shut the fuck up. is that I think I'm gonna push for like mid-May for the 100.
Hey, dude, ain't nothing to it but you do it.
Because if not, it's getting fucking much hotter.
Yeah, I feel like now is like perfect time.
Yeah,
so you need to
like mid-May is like top and like threshold of like heat, and I'm still gonna need to get out early as shit, like 5:30 a.m. on the bike as the sun's coming up.
Oof. And
then hopefully get back by like 2 or 3 maybe, or whatever that time, 6.5, 7 hours. That's what I'm pushing. I want to break. What did that be? Sub 7, sub 6, sub 7, below 7.
I don't know. I can't.
Drop a comment because I don't have really a brain in my skull.
Damn! I was thinking of something. I just lost it after that burp. No. Did you say that the 100-miler? Like, do you already have it mapped out? Like, where you're gonna start off and where you're gonna finish? Like, where you're going, riding to and coming back, or are you gonna get like Sarah to come pick you up?
That's also some things I've been thinking about.
I feel like riding that long, I would like to see new shit, but also then I don't know if it would help you see like the trail coming back. Get you
a little bit. So
home field advantage.
I think I've had these thoughts because there's a lot of I've had many hours on the bike where you have a lot of time to think, which that's the greatest part about it. You don't have to ride a bike. You could run or walk or do whatever the fuck. That's a whole nother story. I'll answer that later or dive into that later if we do. But anyways, I plan on starting at Rockets Landing. For anybody that doesn't know what the Virginia Capitol Trail is, it's in Virginia. If you listen to this and you aren't local, it starts off in downtown Richmond off Canal Street at a place called Rockets Landing. And then from there, it goes all the way to Williamsburg. So
it follows Route 5, I think.
Yeah. 51 or 50 point something miles, like damn near 51 miles, I think, one way. Mm-hmm. And you turn around,
come back,
burn it back. Yeah, it's not like one big loop. So, and I think it's going to help and hurt me a little bit, I think. I've been training the first, obviously 30 on average, but like the first 15 to 20 miles. So from like downtown Richmond to 10, 12 miles out, and I'll turn around. So that would give me a good 15 miles, 20 miles. I've been training that section for the past year and a half. So like I have that section where the bumps are in it.
Well,
like I know
go drive to where you're stopping, and
for sure I've done that too, but not nearly as much as I should have probably. Which I've driven like 20 miles out and started from there a couple times, which is flat as fuck, which is perfect.
Oh, cruising. You're
going through. You don't pass a lot, so like if shit hits the fan or fucking you need something, ain't shit out there except you.
Yeah.
But fucking it's beautiful though because you go through a bunch of farmland, bunch of like nice ass houses out in Route 5, Charles City, I think that is. Bunch of nice fucking places, but I've done a lot from like Richmond to Dory Park, a ton.
Yeah.
A fucking ton. I know it like the back of my hand, where the turns are, where the potholes are. Like, so I think I'm good on like, I think it's going to be to my advantage to know like what to dodge and what side of the trail to be on and shit like that, and where to stop if I need to do something. But outside of that, it's all going to be fresh territory, which I think will help because it's fresh. You're like, fuck, this is nice to look at, you know?
Change the scenery, nice.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm excited, but also, ready to challenge it. I don't know what the fuck I'll do after it. I'll probably just get back into lifting for a little bit.
Back to lifting heavy.
Back to lifting heavy a little bit. Might make some weight goals. Not body weight, but maybe some. Yeah. Well,
back to lifting, man. I'm forcing the 4 a.m., 5 a.m. thing, and I've realized that. I mean, it's only been a few weeks where I've consistently gone 3 to 4 times. Like every morning I get up at 4 o'clock, I start making coffee and making my lunch and stuff and prepping for the day. But it's like I have a conversation in my head whether I should go every single morning, and I have to consciously make the decision to not veg out every single day. And I keep expecting it to get easier, but it has not gotten easier yet. And how long have you think been doing that? I mean, well, like consistently. I've been trying to go for the past 2 months at 4 a.m. Like my alarm has been going off every day at 4 a.m.
But let's say on average, how many days in a row have you been able to do that consistently? If you look back, 2 weeks, week.
Oh, I mean, I've gone the last 2 weeks consistently at 4 a.m.
Nice.
But it's only been 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah, I feel like that's just those fucking
3 weeks now.
Yeah.
No. 3 weeks? I don't know. 2 or 3 weeks.
And do you feel like it's bound to have gotten, I know you still have that talk, but like it's bound to have gotten something that helps trigger it to be like, all right, let me get the fuck up. Like either something you think about or either you've seen a little bit of result, no? Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Like I'm used to going 6 days a week,
yeah.
when I used to go like all the time, but now it's
but a more convenient time, obviously.
I'm not a huge fan of the push-pull legs thing still.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, I don't know. Every morning, I keep telling myself eventually it's gonna be routine.
Yeah.
And it'll be a part of my day, and it'll be like anything else I do, like getting up and making coffee. But I'll just go to the gym.
I think a lot of people, maybe even some people that listen to this, but like, and I get that too. I 100% relate to it, but they think it's only happens to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like they have that one thing. It's like, man, why is it only me? Why do I have to pull my own teeth to go do this or get this done or do that done?
Not alone. I feel it. Like I fight myself every day. Like I almost bitched out 2 days ago. Like I wanted to sit down, turn on
I feel so
Killer
good
or something on Netflix and like just sit back, drink my coffee, and chill. Because I mean, it's also I like alone time.
Yeah, me too.
And the morning is my alone time in my house. And like so sometimes it's nice to get up at 5 a.m. even when I don't have to and just sit in silence.
It's so easy too. I get this because I've done it. I've done it many times, especially lately. Because I'll say, oh man, I'd love to get in and go work out in the morning, but it's so easy to say, oh well, I'll do it in the evening then. You know, for you, maybe that's not the case, but you don't have that option at all because you still have to come home to the family.
It's an
but
option
like,
I don't choose to take.
You don't show, because after a long-ass day, it's like, fuck, I should have did it in the morning.
I'm definitely not going at 8 p.m. or
and
that late.
It's like I can fall into that, and I do a lot recently. It's like with weight training, I'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to set the alarm for 4:30 or 4 or 4:30, and get up, be out the door by 4:45, 5, and hit the gym. Be here before my first client. But then you wake up, you're like, shit, I need some time to wake up.
Oh, yeah.
I need that time to wake up. I need to drink a cup or two of coffee, and then if I'm ready, I'll go. But then, an hour and a half later, you're like, shit, I haven't done a damn thing.
I've wasted all morning.
And then I'll be like, oh, it's okay. I'll just train in the evening. And then when the evening comes around, you're like, fuck, dude, why did I train this morning? Because every, emails come in, text messages come in.
Life happens.
Whatever. You're tired, long-ass day, and you're like, fuck this.
So,
I'll just try again tomorrow. And next thing you know, you're falling into a revolver.
I have realized that, like, once I'm up at 4 a.m., like, I just have to keep moving. Like, going through my process of making my lunch, making my breakfast, my snack, eating my pre-workout snack, which is a bagel with some jelly on it, and taking some pre. And then once I do that, like, I know I'm going. So it's one of those things where you just have to keep taking a baby step and making the right small choices, and then eventually it's going to add up and be going to work out,
dude,
and be worth it.
100%.
But it's tough, man.
I was talking with one of my clients day before yesterday, and she's had a tough time. She's in school. She's a nurse, but also outside of that has these clinicals that she does, I think 3 or 4 days a week, and then also is in school to get her NP, or nurse practitioner, whatever the fuck. And she's hustling, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, and as soon as I'm like, hey, how'd this past week go on eating and, getting some movement? And she's like, oh, well, this assignment and papers and I don't know why my instructor's pointing me out, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
you could have just said not
listen,
good.
Just say not good. And then also just say, hey. And she was like, oh, I did. Well, she gave me all those things and was like, yeah, so I had to, I just ate, it made me eat. I said, hey, hold on. Lift these two things up right here. I said, so those things, all those things you just told me forced you to eat what you shouldn't have. I was like, there's a lot of shit going on. It's all temporary, first off, because she's eventually, it's not a life sentence.
No,
it's once you graduate, which she's graduating like 2 weeks.
Right now,
I was like, you got to take it one day at a time, one decision at a time, for sure.
That's what I tell everybody.
And then, I tried to break it down, and maybe this might help, like, what's that called? Not analytically. Anyways, I'm dumb. Fucking, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Yeah.
One bite at a time.
I don't eat anything, yeah.
Yeah. I eat nothing.
No, my
Ass to mouth.
my buddy called me today, and I hadn't talked to him in a few months. We golf a lot together, or used to.
Yeah.
And he was short, was in great shape in high school. And of course, it's easier to be in great shape in high school, but he was definitely gotten pretty fucking out of shape. And I talked to him today, and he said he's down 58 pounds from just meal prepping and stuff. And we talked months and months ago, and he called me about eating clean. I didn't give him a diet or anything, but of course I gave him the basics. And then he actually talked to somebody who gave him a meal plan, and he says he works out at home, does this thing, works 2 jobs, and still has down to, I don't know what he was at, but he's down to 183 now. So add 58 to that.
Yeah.
And he says he feels amazing. And I was like, man, I wish, like, I'm trying to lose like 12 pounds, and I can't even make that happen. Like, I wish so it's another little jab, or another like eye-opening thing where it's like, I just got to keep making the small decisions, because every small decision adds up to the bigger picture.
I think, I'm not perfect either. Like, I could be tighter on my diet, which I'm pretty fucking consistent. But like, I have some things where I'll let my personal standard, which I think, is normal for me. It's probably not normal for most people, but like, I'm pretty hard on myself when it comes to eating consistently the same shit every single day, weighed out, everything's weighed. And besides this beer that we're having, we're enjoying a nice cold Miller Lite. But I think a lot of people, including myself, have to be reminded that, like, you got to suffer a little bit. It's not going to be comfortable.
It's not going to be easy.
Anything at least that's worth having or that's going to change you is probably not going to be easy at all. The easy shit's what's going to keep you the same, right? Like,
exactly.
And it's cool to see that. What some simple, probably consistency. I'm sure the meal plan he got was probably just fucking, hey, eat the same shit every single day, do this type of movement 3 times a week or however often he's working out, and fucking boom, and fit it into your day. You ain't got to change your life for it, except your eating habits. But that's just a part of life, right? Like, shouldn't you eat? I'm not knocking anybody that treats themselves here or there. I have some pizza here or there, or treat myself. But like, eating like a piece of shit all the time, though. What do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah.
And you can't expect, to eat like an asshole and then not look like an asshole.
And cutting back to a client, it's just how it relates to people that are not oblivious, but like just don't see it in front of their face. And I have to break it down a little bit, which I do hopefully in a simpler, nicer way than it seems like via this. But, it's like, oh, I have this engagement or this event to go through, or these people invited me out for dinner. And she'll ask me and be like, hey, but what about this weekend? I've got this dinner to go to. I'm like, well, Tosh, I almost said her name. Listen, you're going to have to either cancel it and say, hey, thank you, but no thank you, I have goals, or take your own food there and eat your food that you're supposed to. What are your priorities? Do you want to lose the weight, or do you want to stay the same? What are you celebrating for?
Another one of those decisions you have to make.
And again, I'm not trying to come off as a hard ass. I enjoy shit here and there. I'm sure everybody does, but
it doesn't hurt to go out and eat dinner. But like, you can't
also have a goal too outside of that. It's got to be one. You can't. You do half-ass, you're gonna get half-ass result.
I don't know. I mean, when I was hard into it, I would go out and try to find just like a steak, and like a steak and like broccoli, or steak and potato,
that's awesome,
and that's it. Like,
but I think some people, when they go out, they're balling. Most people, it's like, oh, I'm going out and treat myself.
A lot of different shit where they think they can, since they work out, they can eat.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
most likely, if you're having that predicament, most likely you aren't working out hard enough.
I don't know, man. It's just.
And I've related it as this, I guess, to help.
Everybody's situation is different.
Break it down simpler. If you've put in those daily deposits into your fitness bank account every single day, most likely you have a positive in your net bank account. So you can make a withdrawal.
You can withdraw.
But if you're fucking making withdrawals every single day, that's the simplest. Bro. You're in the negative. You ain't got. You're on borrowed time. No. You're on borrowed money, bro. Collects due, rent's due, pay up. Let's put some effort in. That's, I guess, the best way to close that up.
Yeah.
Daily deposits. Put some in. It ain't gonna be daily. Just consistent.
Small decisions.
Shit, man.
Small little wins win the war.
Yeah, I think
small battles win the war.
Hopefully, if anything, this ticks something off to be like, hey, you know what? I fuck with you. I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna start watching what I eat.
I mean, it's strange. Like I was working at Capital One a couple months ago, and like I'm not in the shape I used to be. I wasn't ever.
Oh, do you walk into Capital One though? But, yeah. Them motherfuckers look like a farm out there, dude. Look like a farm.
And like and I was working. Of course, I was at night, so it was like somebody who was cleaning the building.
Yeah.
And this lady, she walked up and like grabbed my arm, which could have been harassment, but she walked up and she was like, "Oh, damn, you got some guns." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks, whatever." Like I don't even lift anymore because I wasn't lifting then. I was trying to, but going like once a week. And then fuck off. Like 2 or 3 weeks later, I went back to finish the job, and she was like, "Hey, you're the one with the guns, right?" I was like, "I mean, no." She's like, "Yeah, you got those big ass arms," and I was like, "All right, yeah, that's me." And she's like, "Well, just because of you, I started going to the gym and walking on the treadmill." I was like, "What?" And she's like, "It's not much, but I walk 10, 15 minutes, and I'm getting better and better." And it's like, you know what, like it's just little things like that, like you touch people and like maybe motivate people.
Yeah.
And they're just the smallest ways, and you might not know it, but you can help push people in the right direction.
I think so. It's contagious. It is. Another client, she got a recent new job, and the job that she got, she had mentioned that not a lot of people, everybody was pretty stagnant. Sounds like some Capital One shit where they're sitting at a desk all day, eating Uber Eat, blah, blah, blah. And just going home after a long day, which I get it.
Snacks in the office.
Yeah, snacks in the office, shit like that. Ooh. Donuts brought, whatever. And once she got hired and started coming in, they noticed her walking on her lunch breaks. They hear her talking about, or they see her bringing her prep food in. They hear her talking about, after work I'm going to the gym. And I think she's gotten 2 or 3 of them to at least start walking a little bit and or going to the gym with her. And it's just contagious, man. You set a standard for yourself. It's almost like leading by example, and not that your intent maybe isn't always to like motivate others, but people are always watching you.
Oh yeah. And
especially if you're changing yourself for the positive, it's gonna be bigger than what you think. So you always, I don't know, not that it really matters. You don't have to hold people's hands. We aren't out here. Not everybody can be saved.
No, I'm not.
But
trying to change everybody's lives.
But it's cool to know that I guess it's a benefit. It's like an extra tip on top of, all right, I'm bettering myself, but also, shit, I'm making some other people at least raise their standards.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, and it's always feels good when
I think
you help somebody when you don't even intend to, or you just doing your thing.
And I think that's I guess culture in general of like, I say society's culture is like, that's the way like this shit's ever going to change probably, is if everybody does start to like level up a little bit or try and like set a new standard. Like, oh yeah, well, I know at the time you told her point blank, I hadn't even worked out. But she was like, fuck, I need to get to the gym. This got to work out and looks like that. But you're a what anomaly, I guess, for that story. Yeah, you're a Greek god over here. But for most people, it's like if you're setting a new standard or you're holding standards for yourself, most people are going to see that and be like, man, I'm a piece of crap. Or not even like that's the inner talk about me. And not everybody says, oh man, I'm a piece of crap. But like when I see other people hustling and getting shit done, I'm like, man, I'm lagging, dude. Let me pick up. But maybe that's just me. That's how I talk to myself. It's probably not great.
Oh, no,
but like
we're all hard on ourselves for sure.
Some people, it's like, man, maybe I do have some room to probably improve. That's probably the better way to word it instead of that. But yeah, nonetheless. Anyways, I guess we could do a little housekeeping real quick and let you all go. I know we've rambled a little bit. Hopefully I'm going to have some guests here soon on here. I would love, which by the way, I had Peggy. I don't know if she's going to listen to this. Yeah. I told her we're starting a podcast back up. Told her to listen.
She'd be great.
Yeah, I would love to have her on.
Peggy is awesome.
Yeah, we cranked some content today, man. She's fucking jacked.
Oh, she's
fucking
in phenomenal shape, dude.
Scary at first. Not scary in a bad way. Like, whoa, I need to start working out.
Dude, like, I saw her.
Like, I think I work out.
A couple months ago, and I saw her from across the gym, and I didn't recognize her. I was like, who the hell is it? Like, who is that? This girl is jacked.
Yeah.
And she was doing, I think she might have been working back or doing something, but I didn't see her face until she finally walked up and got closer, and I was like, holy shit, that's Peggy. Like,
she's certified.
Yeah, she's been going hard. I mean, she's been at it for years, but dude, she's phenomenal shape.
Yeah, so hopefully y'all will see some, if you follow GymFlow, at GymFlow_ or YouTube, GymFlow, you'll see some content from her hopefully here soon. She's been a huge help. Her and Patrick both have been a big supporter of the brand for years.
And Pat have been supporting us for some time now.
Years. They're honoraries, OGs. I have to get them some jerseys or something. But anyways, would love to have her on. We have some other people coming up that I'd like to reach out to here soon. If you know anybody that could be cool, has a story to talk about, has something they're working on, drop them in the comment below.
You want to see on here?
Yeah, let us know. Drop us a DM or share the show with them. Tell them to holler at me. I'd love to have them on, talk about what they're up to.
Next thing.
The next thing is Party in the Gym. I mentioned it.
Back.
Yeah, dude. I mentioned it last time, but I'm sure nobody listened to that podcast because I'm hard on it. It sounded like straight dick. I ain't going to lie. Dick. Wasn't up to par.
Dude, I had to listen to it on max volume
and fucking
on my work van.
Windows up.
Yeah.
Anyways, Party in the Gym's April 22nd at 11 a.m. We finally have a time for it. So 11 a.m., come on out. It's going to be a free open gym at Gold's Gym. And I heard they haven't announced it yet. Big announcement on the show. First to know, they're changing their name from Gold's Gym White Oak to Gold's Gym East End. Let everybody know. It's not breaking news.
You know what they're doing in the front room right there?
So a long time ago, and guys, if y'all go to the Gold's Gym East End or White Oak, whatever they're going to call it now, at the front end where the turf is, where the big windows are, last I was told by Clay when he was there, that was a long time ago, that they were going to turn those into garage doors, but like halfway doors. So like there would be a block, so you can't just like walk. You'd have to crawl in if you wanted to come in, but like, open them up. Like,
hell yeah.
Like bar-esque type, like you walk up to a bar. Anyways, so that's going to be cool. I don't know. They're putting a lot of money into that gym. They care.
They're always doing something there, and it's nice. They're always getting new equipment or remodeling this or that and doing shit like that. Yeah,
they put a lot of money into that joint. A lot of specialty equipment, a lot of shit added. Every time I go there, I feel like there's a new piece there.
Yeah. I see Landon every morning when I leave. And
Landon's back to lifting.
Really? I saw him getting ready to lift the other day. And I
said,
oh,
dude.
Dude, I saw him with his hair down. Man, he's got long, beautiful locks, man.
Long.
Is he still as strong as he used to be? I would assume.
He's still strong as fuck. I saw him squatting today, like 405 for 5, and he hadn't squatted in 2 years. He said,
"What a dick."
Yeah, hadn't squatted in 2 years.
Squatting 235. After not squatting for 7 months, and
he was ripping some 405 for a couple reps, at least 5, and he was like, "Yeah, I haven't squatted in 2 years." All right, well, I'm gonna quit. Anyways, but yeah, April 22nd, Party in the Gym, 11 a.m. Come on out. We're gonna have obviously Overcome on deck and pump available for sample as well, so you can come in, get your pump on, and grab anything you want. I've reached out to a few other brands, companies that would maybe be out there, so keep your eyes peeled for some more details about that. But it'll be about 2 hours long, so come on in whenever. Come get your lift. We'll have some music bumping and meet people that you follow on social media that you haven't met in person. Get to say what's up, get to lift with them, learn a little bit.
Always a good time.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I believe that's it for this one. What do you think?
That's fine. I mean, we rambled a whole lot, but
lot.
Sounds good to me. I'm down for whatever.
Little life update. Finally breaking the ice back in with some mics.
Good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, guys, if you got any value out of this, maybe something you want to share, please help us out. We're trying to grow this thing, and especially as we continue to get more consistent with it and have some more guests on here, we'd love to get more reach and just help more people, get them involved with the community, and also,
got questions, ask.
Yeah. Topics. Drop them in the comments or reach out to us via DM, but make sure you're following both of us on social media. But if you're watching this on YouTube, drop any topics you'd like to cover in the comments below, and we'll knock them out in the next episode. All right, guys? Until next time.
Y'all be good.
Party on.